Hello, everyone. Welcome. Lastly, Brad Weiss will fill it out, another sophomore. So for St. Joseph's, you look, they have a big size advantage, Tim, on Manhattanville. So we'll see if maybe they'll be able to utilize their size and strength and exploit Manhattanville that way. What do we think?
Oh, I think that these are two very solid teams. Last season, 10 and 16 for St. Joseph, but the player that also jumps out to me is Isaiah Moore. Last season, averaging 12.9 points a game as a junior. He's the senior leader of this team this year, Eli, and I'm going to tell you what, when he goes out in the court, he's going to have to do nothing but perform and show for these guys. They also have a lot of transfer students this year, something that's not very often in colleges. So the fact that they have a lot of transfers, he's got to show a lot of leadership this year as a senior.
Just to point out, as we said before, Manhattanville obviously went 8 and 17 last year. St. Joseph didn't do too hot either. They went 10 and 16 on the year. So both teams are looking to bounce back this year and really try to do something positive. What do we think? Is Manhattanville going to start off on the right note here?
Well, if you follow statistics, I believe Manhattanville definitely has the advantage, but also just looking at everything, St. Joseph's went last year and they lost most of their roster. So obviously they're the underdog in this matchup. But when you look at Manhattanville, I think overall, Josiah or JoJo Cobb's coming back from last year. I think he's going to turn around. He's only a sophomore. You have the freshman Mike Granda coming out and making his debut for Manhattanville. I'm really excited to see what he does. And Dom and Alex, the two leaders in this team. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I think Manhattanville comes out and shows strong play today, Eli.
So just under a minute to go here until we announce starting lineups. Manhattanville and St. Joseph's both going to their respective benches. Both teams hyped up. Opening night of the season. Tim, there's got to be a lot of adrenaline flowing. We got about 43 seconds. Let's quickly talk. What do you do if you're a Manhattanville player, you're a St. Joseph's player? What mindset do you get into? Because it's the first game, there's a lot of nerves. What do you tell yourself when you step on the floor?
Well, Eli, what I tell myself is that, I just got to sit there and do my role. When you're on the court, everyone's out there as a team, and if you got to step there and do your role. And I think that's what this team needs to do if they're going to go out and win games this year. Last year was a big struggle for them to win games. And they need to just go out and play as a team, step in their role. And as long as they continue to step in their role, Eli, they're going to go out there and continue to win games this year.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break as we get starting lineups announced here. We'll be back shortly with tip-off in a few. Valiant's basketball here at Manhattanville College. All right, so following the national anthem, both respective sides going to their bench. For Manhattanville, they're coached by Pat Scanlon. This is his 14th year with the Valiants. And for the St. Joseph Golden Eagles, head coach Kevin Spann in his 4th season. As Tim, both teams shake hands and meet at midcourt, and we're ready for tip-off 2017-2018 season here at Kennedy Gym.
Also notable, Eli, Scanlon's also looking at his 241st career game as a coach here in Manhattanville as he reaches and closes in on 250.
During the game, please do not use noisemakers during the game. Thank you.
So both teams ready. Alex Tucci will jump. And the Valiants win the tip. We are underway here. Granda will kick to Cobbs. Cobbs guarded by Frank Basili. He kicks to Damarina. Damarina drives. Little layup is no good. Joseph for the ball. Tucci rebounds. He goes up. It's no good. Joseph for the rebound. Kick back out. Granda for 3. No good. And left-hand layup and score.
That was a great screen there by Tucci, Eli. That was a perfect pick and roll, and Arena was in there easily.
4-0 Valiants here to start. 18-17 left. First half. Cobbs guards 22. 22 on 22. Good defense by Cobbs. Slides his feet. St. Joseph's has the ball in the hands of Isaiah Moore. He kicks to Jared Morrow, senior guard. Back to Moore. 3 is good. So Isaiah Moore, St. Joseph's leading scorer last season, and their senior go-to scorer gets on the board for St. Joseph's is the 3, 4-3.
I'll tell you, Eli, I'm actually very surprised that St. Joseph's has come out with full court pressure to start this game. This is a very small team of Manhattanville, so I'm very surprised they're coming out with their big guys and showing full court pressure.
Damarina drives. He'll be stopped. A little hook shot in the lane is good. So Damarina with 2 buckets to start, Tim. He's got 4 already for Manhattanville.
Yep, and he's going to continue to show not only his shooting ability, but also his passing ability. Manhattanville up 3, and I'm seeing a very hot start for the team.
So Doug Niblock will drive. A little floater off the glass is no good. Joseph for the rebound, and it goes to Damarina. He's pushing. He hits Quinlan. It's a 2-on-1 to Granda. He bobbles, and he'll take it back out. Cobbs for 3. Short. Moore with the rebound. So Cobbs had a good look there. It up. 8-3 Valiants lead. The senior Ison has a 1-on-1. Gets a screen from Haggerty. Kicks to Quinlan. Cobbs goes back door. The pass is deflected. He gets it back. Ison for 3. Right wing. No good. Joseph for the rebound to Jared Morrow. So Morrow's an active rebounder, Tim, for a guard. That's 3 rebounds already. Moore will drive, and he's going to be blocked by Haggerty. What's the call? It's going to be out of bounds. Stay with St. Joseph's here. 23 on the shot clock.
And I'll tell you what, Eli, so far I've seen nothing but great defense by the Valiants. They've been doing a really good job moving and setting their feet on drives. Overall, just a great job thus far.
So great defensive presence so far for Manhattanville. Aggressive as the pass is thrown away. 2-on-2 break. Arena drives. A lot of contact, no foul, but it will stay with Manhattanville. Arena tried to draw the foul there. Didn't get the call, but it's going to stay with Manhattanville. Tim, you got to like, though, the aggressiveness from Manhattanville early.
Oh, absolutely, and I think the speed advantage is showing early. You're seeing them not just out-rebound with size, but they're going in using their speed and their aggressiveness to beat this defense of St. Joseph.
As Arena will have it. He'll drive, gets to the strong hand, counted, and a foul. Dom Arena scores again, Tim. He continues to go left, which is his strong hand. St. Joseph's has not made the adjustment, and they get burned again. This time he's looking for the three-point play.
And I'll tell you what, again, it's just speed is out-killing this defense right now for St. Joseph's. Just the size isn't matching up, and like I said, that's why I'm surprised that they're showing full court. As
Arena hits the play, so three-point play for Arena. 11-3, Manhattanville now leads. St. Joseph's has got to get into rhythm here, as Christian Brown will have it at the top. He gets a double screen, and that's going to be a foul. I'll tell you, that looked like a carry to me, Tim, as it appeared he dribbled that ball over his shoulder, but foul's going to go on Cobbs, his first. So St. Joe's will have it on the side, as freshman Sean Smith will check in. Freshman guard. He will check in for the senior Tommy Quinlan. So a lot of early subs here, Tim, for both teams.
Well,
Cobbs.
I'm surprised, Eli.
Center, 6'6".
I'll tell you, he had his feet set, but the ref saw it differently.
Restricted area, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to
So-
get 2 here.
So Chris Eisen, the senior, out of Pelham, New York, wears number 1 on the lacrosse team as well. Dual athlete here at Manhattanville. First one from Eisen is good. So 12-5 Manhattanville as we get more substitutions. Arena and Cobbs out. Granda back in. And sophomore Corey Madden out of Queens checks in for Manhattanville. So on the floor for Manhattanville, Eisen, Granda, Madden, Haggerty, and Smith on the court for the Valiants. 14 minutes to go here in the first half. 13-5 Valiants lead. Eddie Higgins has it at the top. Kicks to Kennard. Back to Brown. Brown drives, a lot of contact. They're going to get a foul. Looks to be on Madden. Let's see what the call is. It is on Madden. And they'll say Brown was in the act of shooting. So Brown will shoot 2 here, looking to narrow this gap. As Manhattanville's taken an early 8-point lead and has really controlled this game the first 6+ minutes.
Without a doubt, and I'll tell you, Eli, the speed is just shown for this Manhattanville defense and offense. Overall, forcing many turnovers thus far, and they're just beating them in the paint. The size is just doing nothing for St. Joseph's thus far.
The first one from number 10, Brown, is short. As to the delight of many Manhattanville players, off the miss. As more substitutions, looks like Frank Basili is going to check back in for St. Joseph's. Second attempt from Brown is good, so he splits the pair. 13-6 now, full court pressure from the Golden Eagles. Granda will have it. He's double teamed. He kicks to Madden. Madden feeling the pressure. Plenty of time. He kicks to Granda. He's trapped in the corner. He gets out of it. Haggerty will have it now. Here's Madden at the top. Swings to Eisen. Eisen kicks it back out. They reset it with Granda. Granda to Haggerty. Haggerty to Madden. 10 on the shot clock. Manhattanville's got to go. Madden, little floater, well defended. That's short and tipped in by Haggerty. So Manhattanville got bailed out as Madden threw up an air ball. Haggerty, right place, right time.
Haggerty just went up there and showed his size for what he could do. Manhattanville's coming out firing. St. Joseph has to do something to change this momentum right now.
As Manhattanville's really stepping it up defensively. Golden Eagles are having a hard time getting into a set. As he's doubled, and he'll somehow score. So off the double team, the sophomore Basili at 6'2" gets it to go. Impressive play, 15-8 now, as Granda takes it up.
He's the first person, Eli, to make a field goal that isn't Isaiah Moore today.
Madden drives, he's fouled in the act of shooting, so good aggressive play there by Madden. He's gonna get 2 shots. So Tim, I'll tell you, Manhattanville's getting about 95% of their shots or more in the paint. They're attacking and attacking, and you like to see it, especially given that they're an undersized team, but they're not afraid to attack the bigger, stronger Golden Eagles.
Well, exactly, and I think that's what the speed's really helping them with, Eli.
As the first one from Madden's good.
They're able to go in and just beat them with their speed. They're just a much faster team. Like you said in the beginning, I was very surprised that St. Joseph's is showing full court defense. I think that's really tiring them out with the size disadvantage.
Madden short on the second, so he splits a pair. They double St. Joseph's lead. It's 16-8. The big Eddie Higgins drives, no good. Rebound to Haggerty. So St. Joseph's can't get anything to fall here. Impressive defensive possessions from Manhattanville. 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Manhattanville's in motion. Madden's guard, he gets the screen from Sean Smith. He pops out. Haggerty looking for the back door, nothing there. Sean Smith, pull up 3 from the wing is off left. So Manhattanville figured they'd take a few 3-point attempts. Once in a while as Tucci looks to check back in. Stagnant offense here from St. Joseph's. Not a lot of off-ball movement as that's an uncontested layup and it's missed. So Frank Basili went uncontested, Tim, to the rim and blew the layup.
You gotta make those. In this kind of game, every point matters. You gotta make those early. if they're going to make a comeback, they need to make uncontested shots, and that's just something you definitely cannot miss, no matter how much.
And Sean Smith goes back door and slams it home. So St. Joseph overplays Manhattanville up top. Smith with the great read goes back door. How about the slam for the freshman?
He's got to make a statement early, and that's a great job there as he puts the Valiants up 10. Great spacing.
As the drive, and it's blocked by Smith. So Smith doing it on both ends of the floor as he kicks to Haggerty. Haggerty, no look. Valiants are getting a little too fancy here, and they'll turn it over. As Ison, Tim, you see, he kind of gestures settle down here as they're a little bit too excited. As we're going to take a timeout here. Valiants lead the St. Joseph's Eagles 18-8, 11-12 here to go in the first half. You're watching Valiants basketball and Go Valiants. Okay, I got it. Welcome back following the timeout. St. Joseph's Golden Eagles ball here. They trail by 10. As the senior Isaiah Moore will have it. Matched up against Tucci. Kicks to the corner. Basili drives, and that pass is stolen by Ison. 2-on-1 for Manhattanville. Ball is lost and regained by Ison. He'll bring it back out. Good pressure defense as Madden wants the post up on Dub Niblock. Granda wants to set it up. He'll take the screen from the senior Haggerty. Haggerty will roll. Tucci for three, right wing. That one is off right. And the board goes to Jared Morrow for the Golden Eagles. Morrow will look to push. He's cut off nicely, and they call a block. So that was a close play, Tim. Granda got his body in front, but I think he was not quite set. They call the block, so Granda will pick up the personal and will be subbed out. Substitutions, Thomas Hickey, Josiah Cos, and Don Marina all check in for Manhattanville. Haggerty, Ison, and Granda out.
Yep, Manhattanville is going to try to get most of their starting unit back in, Eli, with the exception of Hickey. So as the ball is inbounded down to Moore.
So the Golden Eagles have it. It'll be in the hands of their veteran senior player. Tucci guarded against Isaiah Moore. Two best players on the court. That looked like a travel from Moore. No call, but it doesn't matter as Tucci grabs a rebound. Don Marino will push. Kicks to the corner. Josiah will drive. Cobbs counted and a foul.
I'll tell you what, man. JoJo's physicality, just a great athletic player. He already had one similar to that earlier, and he's going to add another bucket and an and-one opportunity.
And I'll tell you, Tim, as Mike Ryan will check in for Corey Madden, I see a big difference in Josiah Cobbs from this year versus last year. As a freshman, he was very hesitant and didn't want to do much at the offensive end, but what I'm seeing so far is aggressiveness and an ability and a drive to want to get to the basket.
Well,
so he'll try to complete the three-point play.
And I'll tell you, JoJo was also Manhattanville's best free throw shooter last year, shooting 68%. So it's very rare to see him go and miss many free throws.
As Moore will bring it up for the Eagles. He kicks to Niblock. Kick it to the corner. Moore against Tucci. Two best players on the floor, and Moore gets the step. Not great defense there by Tucci. I think he was looking for help in the paint, didn't get it. As full court pressure from the Eagles.
I'll tell you, that was the first time they made a shot from the left side, even though, granted, it was in the paint. That's the first time they came from the left side of the court to drive in.
So following the deflection, Manhattanville will inbound. They're up 20-10. 9:34 to go. Damarini gets a step. Little left-hand hook shot, no good. Tipped back out. And the Valiants will reset in the hands of sophomore Josiah Cobbs to Tucci. Tucci to Arena. 23 on the shot clock. Plenty of time here as the college shot clock is 35 seconds. Cobbs drives again, and he's blocked, but we're going to get another foul.
He's going to go to the line
So,
again for another
as
two.
we've noted, Josiah Cobbs continues to be aggressive, Tim. You look at what I said last year, took a lot of jump shots and settled for a lot of threes, but he's in attack mode, and you really love to see what he's doing right now.
Oh yeah, Eli, and as a freshman, he was very careful, but one thing that he specialized in, other than his jump shots, were his free throws. He doesn't miss many, as you can see as he makes one there.
So impressive start for Josiah Cobbs and Dom Arena for the Valiants so far. Second one is good, so Cobbs hits both. 22-10 Valiants lead.
6 points for Cobbs thus far.
So Dub Niblock will bring it up. He'll get the screen from Isaiah Moore. Moore will pop out. Little floater in the lane is good, so nice little turnaround jump shot by Niblock. And they haven't been able to get it under double digits, Tim. They still trail by 10, 22-12, as Tucci looks for Hickey under the basket. Nothing there. Tucci's trapped. What's the call? It's going to be Golden Eagles ball.
Well,
So good
though,
trap there. Forces the turnover.
With the exception of that, Eli, this Manhattanville Valiant's speed has just been too much for St. Joseph's. They just can't keep up with Manhattanville. So as long as they continue to show this aggression and speed, they're out rebounding. They're even showing aggression with their speed, and I think that's what makes them so great thus far.
So St. Joseph's looking for a little rhythm here, as they haven't been able to put together a bunch of baskets as he drives and scores. Count it, and a foul. Foul's going to go on Mike Ryan. Count the basket for senior guard Jared Morrow. And Tim, that was just straight to the basket. No one stopped him.
Oh yeah, absolutely there. Now I think during this timeout they made a little bit of adjustments where they just needed to get to the basket a lot easier.
As Manhattanville fans trying to disrupt Morrow at the free throw line with a little screech. It doesn't matter though as he nails it. So 3-point play, 22-15 Valiants. Tucci has it, top of the key. Arena will drive. He'll kick to Tucci. Risky pass. Tucci somehow gets it. He'll kick in the corner. That's a three from Sean Smith. No good.
And I'll tell you, this St. Joseph's defense has really closed up a lot.
Straightaway three, Morrow. No good. Rebound to Moore. Moore goes up with it and scores. So a little mini 6-0 run for St. Joseph. They cut the lead to just 5 now. Valiants have got to wake up. Here comes Mike Ryan. He's cut off. Cobbs thought about a three. Tries to drive instead. Kicks to Mike Ryan. And what's the call?
That's going to be a foul on the floor.
It's going to be a block.
Yep. And what I'm seeing is this St. Joseph's defense has really closed up and is starting to allow Manhattanville to shoot outside. That's something that they're not that great at. So when you're missing open shots, Manhattanville has to start making adjustments to try to work their way potentially back inside.
As Timmy Quinlan will check in for the Valiants, he'll replace Mike Ryan. So
also a big difference for this St. Joseph's offense as well. It looks a lot more controlled since this timeout. Everything has a pace to it now instead of being all over the place, which is also something that you'd like to see, considering the fact they're starting to favor the left side more.
So the Valiants will have it with 20 on the shot clock. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Arena trying to get the ball in. No one's open. He's going to have to go. He just gets it into Cobbs in the corner. Kicks to Tucci. Tucci's going to drive. He's cut off, and he'll get bailed out with a foul. So Tucci tried to force it. He got bailed out with the blocking foul there. He threw into double coverage.
That's the 6th foul, or I should say 7th foul for St. Joseph's, and that's going to send them in the bonus.
So not only are they bailed out, they're shooting free throws. So Tucci
was 3rd last year, shooting 59% as a shooter, Eli.
So Manhattanville's best player in his senior season will be at the line for 2. The first one from Tucci is short, as that was a 1-and-1. They're not yet in the double bonus. So 22-17, Manhattanville leads. Nope. Excuse me, Basili trying to do something.
Oh, great
Kennard
defense.
drives and great defense. Here comes Arena. Looks to push. No one stops him, so he goes all the way for the basket. So great read there, Tim, by Dom Arena. No one stopped him. He went all the way.
Oh, but that was all set up by Tucci. Tucci showing great physical play there. He's been nothing but stellar on defense today as he makes another great play.
As Kennedy Jim is rocking here, chance of defense. 24-17. No good. Great defense and defensive rebound by Tucci. Here comes Josiah Cobbs. He'll push. Quinlan, corner 3. No good. It's strong. Fight for the ball, and the Golden Eagles will recover.
Surprised Quinlan took that shot there. Surprised he didn't at least take it.
As he's fouled, will they make the continuation? They're going to say no, it's on the floor. So no continuation for Morrow. Eagles will get it at the side with 24 on the shot clock. So
a little surprised though, Quinlan took that uncontested 3. That's just a little bit out of his usual range.
as Christian Brown's out for the Golden Eagles and Josiah Cobbs is out for the Valiants, Corey Madden will check in for Cobbs. Eagles look to set up their offense. Corner 3 is good. So big shot there. So Basili cuts the deficit to 4, 24-20, as Arena will kick to Quinlan. Quinlan surveys the floor. Risky pass. Tucci gets blocked from behind. They call a foul. Now I'll tell you, Tim, that A looked like a travel on Tucci, and B did not look like a foul, but what am I to complain, right? Let's take the free throws.
And they're gonna get a free throw here, and he's got to make his free throws. That's the most important part. The struggle is when you're shooting 59%, you got to make everything. By the way, they're in double bonus now.
But also to note that that was a shooting foul, so he would get 2 shots regardless. But yes, they are in the double bonus. So Tucci misses the first one. The Valiant lead is still 4. Second one from Tucci is good. So 5-point lead for the Valiants. 25-20. They got to get the ball in. They do, and it's stolen. Dive on the floor. Quinlan's on the floor. Great hustle. And we're going to get a foul on the Golden Eagles. So great hustle by the senior Quinlan to put himself on the floor, Tim, and dive for that ball. It's another possession for the Valiants, and not only is that, it's free throws.
And again, just athletic play after athletic play for the Valiants. It's just absolutely incredible how much speed and athleticism they've shown thus far.
So the freshman Sean Smith, 6'3", 190 out of Yonkers, will be at the line. So it's a 1-and-1. The first one is good.
I apologize, one foul too early there.
So they're not yet in the double bonus as Smith got the 1-and-1, nailed the first. So he'll try to capitalize on both here. 26-20, Valiants lead. Second one from Sean is good. So impressive first half, Tim, for freshman Sean Smith as he's vocal and wants a defensive stop, edging his teammates on. 27-20. Aggressive defense from Smith. Calling out screens. Mora will have it. He's their primary ball handler. Mora, a little floater in the lane is short. Rebound to Tucci. Loose ball foul on the Valiants. Is it going to go on Arena or Smith? Let's see. As a jostle for the rebound. It will go on Smith.
I'll tell you though, Tucci continues to play great defense down the middle. He's been such an underlooked defender these past few years, and I think that's something that he's really gotten better at. Obviously, as a superstar, he's someone that has just played great basketball. Ball's going to be deflected, and St. Joseph's will get it back.
So St. Joseph's will inbound. 30 on the shot clock. They got to get it in. They do, and it's an uncontested layup for Brad Weiss, sophomore center at 6'6". So that was just a defensive breakdown. As pressure comes, Madden kicks to Arena. Arena, dangerous pass to Smith. Gets it there, and a silly foul by Basili.
Over the line again.
And I'll tell you, Tim, Manhattanville's getting bailed out. These are silly fouls from St. Joseph's. Silly reach-ins that just don't need to be done. You can just slide your feet.
This St. Joseph's defense has been very lazy thus far with their feet, and you're seeing why. So many turnovers as, like you said, now the Valiants going to double bonus. I think that there's just the defense overall has been very lazy thus far.
So the freshman, who's looked very impressive thus far, will be back at the free throw line, looking to extend the Manhattanville lead. The first one from Smith is good. And Tim, I'll tell you, he's big, but he looks like a shooter. He's got that pure form out there and a nice stroke.
Exactly. You know what? As a freshman, he's got to come out and make a statement, and he's done nothing but play great. And I have to say, also, with Mike Granda coming out and playing in his debut, both guys coming out and playing great basketball thus far in the first half.
So the second free throw is good from Smith. So Valiants extend their lead to 29-22. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half here at Kennedy Gym in Purchase, New York. St. Joseph Eagles out of Long Island will have possession. Ball is deflected and stolen. Here comes Madden. Madden 1-on-3 and elects wisely to bring it out as Manhattanville did not have numbers. So they'll reset it. Here's Tucci. Tucci will drive, and he's blocked. Who's it going to be off of? It's going to be Eagles ball.
It looked like Tucci slipped going up there. They just had to wipe that area up before for being slippery.
So Alex Tucci's had a very quiet half. He's done it defensively and on the boards, but has not seen much success offensively thus far. Still 20-plus minutes, though, to play in this game.
No, there's another half to go after this, too. Who says he can't turn it around?
Morrow drives. That's blocked by Tucci. So right on cue, he's doing it defensively. Here comes Arena. He's cut off. He's got to get out of there. He will. Tucci will drive. He's stripped again. Gets it back and lays it in. So good second effort there by Tucci. He's struggling, but what does he do? He continues to stay aggressive, finally gets one to go. 31-22 Valiants.
And there he was trying to not be selfish. He was trying to pass the ball out there, so he was double-teamed.
Pull up no good. Sean Smith tracks it down. Impressive beginning for Sean Smith.
Tucci's done a great job. He's trying not to be selfish, but he just keeps on having the ball slapped practically out of his hands. Something maybe that they got to fix going into the next half.
As yet another foul is called on St. Joseph's, and if I'm the coach of St. Joseph's, I got to be more displeased than their coach right now. I mean, Kevin Spinn in his fourth season with coaching this team does not look, he needs to be more vocal about all these fouls. They're giving Manhattanville free throws left and right.
This is their 11th team foul. So
the first one's good. 10-point lead for Manhattanville. Substitutions, Granda and Cobbs will check back in as Madden and the impressive freshman Smith will check out as he gets a high five as he hits the bench.
There's way too many reaching fouls and way too many fouls on the floor as the second one's missed.
32-22. Once again in the ball, the hands in the ball of Jared Morrow. Morrow kicks to Christian Brown. Granda on Brown. Good defense. Help defense from Tucci, but a foul is called before Tucci is able to get over. It's going to be on Granda. So good aggressive move from Brown. He's going to get 2 shots. So Tim, you look at the Golden Eagles so far this half. They've gotten most of their production from juniors and seniors, and that kind of makes sense, right? The more experience, the more they know college basketball, the more they're going to produce.
Well, I also seem to think
first attempt is good.
I also seem to think it's the amount of playing time they're giving to these juniors and seniors. They've come out and they've really produced. However, when you look at the start of this game, I think really what set the difference from St. Joseph's start of the game to where they are right now in this first half is the fact that they've really started having a pace. They weren't paced in the beginning with their offense, and there were so many turnovers, Eli. But now they've really started to pace themselves, and they're starting to work their way back into this game.
Second one is good, so Brown hits both. 32-24 Valiants. Let's see if they can extend their lead back over double digits. 4 minutes approach till the half. Sophomore Josiah Cobbs gets it to Damarina. They get it over the half-court line. Cobbs will reset. A confident sophomore year for Josiah Cobbs. He kicks to Arena in the corner. To Tucci, he's double-teamed. He gets rid of it quickly. Ison, straightaway 3. Short. Rebound Tucci. Tucci back up. No good. And rebounded by Brown. So Tucci tried to be aggressive over 2 guys. Couldn't get it to go as Renahan walks the baseline. 3 is short from Brown and off left. So Brown's really trying to be aggressive here, Tim.
And I'll tell you, I'm seeing like their heads turned back for St. Joseph's. Their heads are just turned around. They're not looking at the rim. So many offensive rebounds for the Valiants, and you could see why. It's just the footwork is not there at all.
Cobbs matched up against Brown. 11 on the shot clock. Manhattanville's going to have to go. Here comes Arena. Drives in the paint. He's cut off. Kicks to Tucci. Tucci kicks back out. Ison will try again. This one is short again. Cobbs fights for the rebound. That's going to be over the back on Cobbs. So good effort, but just a little bit too overzealous. He's called for the over the back.
It was just the angle Cobbs came in. Otherwise, they would have had another offensive rebound. However, now the Golden Eagles were going to the bonus here.
So Cobbs from Briarcliff, Tim, your rival school. You're from Ossining, but not rivals anymore. You guys are both valiant. So Brown will be at the line for two. 32-24. Crowd trying to get under his skin. Doesn't matter. He drains yet another. So Brown has kept the Eagles in the game. As substitutions, Madden's back in for Cobbs.
3:15 remain here in the first half, Eli. What's going to be the difference? What do you think is going to happen here at the end of this half?
No, I think Manhattanville's got to continue to be aggressive, but St. Joseph's has done a good job of cutting off the lanes to the basket as Brown hits both. I mean, you look at the beginning, Manhattanville just got to the rim whenever they wanted. St. Joseph's has made adjustments, and as long as they stay consistent offensively, this game is going to get close. As another reach in, and this is what I'm talking about, Tim.
This is ridiculous. This is just
I mean, we're not even
ridiculous.
announcing for the Golden Eagles, and we're showing displeasure. I can't imagine how people on their side feel.
12 team fouls, and most of these are not even shooting fouls. They're just lazy reaching fouls. This cannot be happening if you want to stay in this game after how far they started down.
Manhattanville's done well of capitalizing at the line. Let's see if they can continue. Double bonus, so 2 shots for Ison. Misses the first wide right, and Ison's been off tonight, Tim. He shot a bunch, but he's been wide left or wide right pretty much the whole night. As Ison will take the second free throw. Senior out of Pelham, New York. Second free throw is good. So another split pair of free throws as
Substitution.
subs. Haggerty tried to check in. As head coach Pat Scanlon is heated on the sideline, yelling at Haggerty, saying, "You got to wake up," as he tried to go in while the ball was in play.
Well,
Let's see if they'll.
What they were trying to do is they were trying to get a substitution going during the bonus. However, Haggerty never even put his knee down to say or check in, to just say that he was checking into the game, so that's why he was not allowed to come in.
So Brown, who's logged a lot of minutes here in this first half, will bring it up. And Jared Morrow, senior, will have it. They post it to Basili. Basili, little turn on, flop by Ison. Basili goes up and misses the layup. And that's going to be Valiant's ball. So a little bit of contact, but also a flop. Basili got the open look, couldn't finish. We got subs. Who's it going to be? Haggerty in. I'm going to take a timeout here. But we're going to stay right here, Tim, as there's just 2:43 left in the first half. What does Manhattanville need to do to close this half out strong? Because they've gotten most of their points off of drives to the basket. But St. Joseph's obviously has made adjustments, as any team would. What does Manhattanville have to do? Continue to stay aggressive?
Well, Eli, I think that they need to continue to stay aggressive in the paint. They've shown nothing but aggression today, and just using your speed to get into the paint. They're outdoing St. Joseph's size. But also, the other thing, too, is they need to come in and they need to continue to train their free throws for the rest of this half. They're getting all these free opportunities, and if they're only making 50% of them, it's just not going to help them. They need to go out and make 2 consecutive free throws every single time here while they're in the double bonus.
So quick 20-second timeout. We're back in action. Manhattanville will inbound to Dom Arena. 2:41 left in the first half. Manhattanville leads by 7. A lot of pressure. They got to get it past half court. Arena does. He's bumped. And they say he's out of bounds. Wow. So I thought that was going to be a blocking foul, but the refs proved me wrong. It's going the other way. So the Golden Eagles have all the momentum right now, Tim. And this is something I've seen last year with Manhattanville. They get off to early leads and can't sustain it. You got to be able to sustain a lead.
Oh, you have to. And obviously I know the unit's a little bit different right now than what it usually is. But everyone's got to step up and do their role like we were talking about before the game. If everyone steps in and do their role, they're going to continue to score and they're going to continue to be productive on defense. That's something that they struggled with last year.
As Eddie Higgins drives and throws up an air ball. So Higgins tried the floater, missed everything as Ison goes down. Dangerous pass. Valiants have numbers. Here comes Haggerty. Haggerty lobs to Tucci, back to Haggerty, and he turns it over. So the Valiants overpass, and it's a turnover. And Tim, Tucci had that layup as Brown drives and gets the and one. So just like that, in about 10 seconds, the momentum shifts. Manhattanville now leads by only 5. Why didn't Tucci go up with that shot?
I'm really surprised, Eli, and the fact is, too, like, they're just being too non-selfish. They're trying to make sure everyone gets the ball and gets looks, but when you're overpassing, that's been a big key to their turnovers thus far. Just way too many passes. They need to start going, and not necessarily being more selfish, but taking the shots if they have them.
Totally agree. So Brown is looking to continue his auspicious start to the first half. He'll look to complete another old school three-point play here. And it's been all him for the Golden Eagles so far.
Wait, we heard freshman chance there?
Yeah, I'm a little confused given that he's a junior, but something's happening behind us. So 33-28. Ison will bring it back out to Arena. Arena cross-court pass to Madden. Madden fakes, drives, a lot of contact, short, and it's rebounded to St. Joseph. They'll push. Higgins loses it, and Arena will push. Valiants have a 3-on-2. Here comes Arena. Arena takes it to the basket and scores. As a foul is called, Tim got a little bit excited there, lost the headset momentarily. Tim, keep your emotions in check. I know you're excited here, but we got a game in the broadcast. Let's go. I mean, that was, you have every right to be excited, though. That was some drive by Arena. Went at 2 St. Joseph's defenders.
When we talk about stepping up and doing a role, Eli, he just continues and continues to step up and do his job.
As substitutions for St. Joseph's, Prabhunar Singh will get his first action. Number 12. He's a freshman guard, 6'4". Second one is missed. Valiants lead by 6. 1:23 to go here in the first half. Corey Madden, the sophomore, will bring it up. Valiants move it around, looking for a good shot. Madden fakes. He'll kick to the corner. That's stolen. Partially deflected, I think, but here comes Basili. Basili trips and he travels. So he just lost his footing there. Manhattanville ball.
Also notable now, St. Joe's are now into double bonus as well, so they need to also start taking advantage of these free opportunities with 1:04 remaining.
Tell you, head coach Pat Scanlon likes a lot of substitutions. He makes a substitution practically every minute or so as they just get the ball past half court.
Well, it's one thing
and it's stolen again.
That pass was very, very anticipated. They could see it coming from right away. He just kept his eyes looking right at the right.
Telegraphed, right? That was totally
just so
telegraphed.
He was looking at Dom the entire time.
So free throws have been the theme of this first half for both teams. To the line will be the senior, Jared Morrow, who had a good first 5 minutes or so, but has been quiet, is now trying to get himself back on track. First free throw, rims out.
Also, I'm very intrigued that that wasn't called a clear path foul. There was not a single person ahead of him. If he was off to the races, he would have scored no problem. No person was in the backcourt.
So Morrow trying to cut the deficit to 5, and that one rims out again. So 2 straight in and outs for Morrow. Manhattanville will get one more possession here, and St. Joseph's will close out the half.
And this is also notable, Eli. St. Joseph's a very good free throw shooting team. So I'm very surprised that they came out and missed both free throws there.
So Arena will have it. They got to hurry. Arena, deep 3 is off just for the rebound, and it's to St. Joseph. So let's see if they hold for 1.
Oh,
and he turns it over, but they get it back. Wow. So Manhattanville had a chance to get the ball back. Could not capitalize.
That was just a very lucky
Jared
bounce.
Morrow will reset.
Got a very
Head
lucky
coach
bounce.
Kevin Spann calls out a play in his 4th year with the Golden Eagles. Morrow will go. 6 on the game clock. Drives at Tucci. Tucci blocks that. He says, get it out of here. A little bit of bumping there, almost a little bit of a scuffle as Tucci had to kind of throw his hands up saying, I didn't touch him. So Eagles will get the ball at 3.7. Morrow's going to have to get the ball, and he does it. Stolen by Arena. 3, 2. Here comes Arena. Will he get the shot off? No, he will not.
Have an injury on the court here as it
as
looks
that's going to be
like
the half.
Chris Eisen, the senior, limping off the court.
So Arena had a chance to score the layup. He burst down the court with very little time left, and he got the shot up but wasn't able to hit it. So at the end of one, are they going to say, no, never mind. It said 1.5 on the game clock, but that's going to be the half. So after one half, your home Manhattanville Valiants here at Kennedy Gym lead the St. Joseph's Golden Knights 35-29. We'll be back in a few.
And welcome back here to the Kennedy Gymnasium here at Manhattanville College as we come to you here at halftime. The Manhattanville Valiants lead the St. Joe's Golden Eagles 35-29, Eli. What is so big with the success thus far from Manhattanville?
I think it's a few things. Number one, we got to point out the senior leadership, Dom Marina and Alex Tucci. Alex Tucci's presence defensively has been off the charts. Tucci has blocked shots. He's put bodies on people to get defensive rebounds. He's been help in the paint for his teammates if someone gets beat on a drive. And then on the other side, we got to look at Dom Marino, what he's done offensively. Right from the get-go, he's attacked, and he's got to the free throw line. And he showed not only what a point guard does, but what a senior point guard does. And then the last guy from Manhattanville, and I'm sure you agree, is freshman Sean Smith. This guy's been active. He's gotten to the free throw line. He's been aggressive. I'm liking what I'm seeing all around.
Oh yeah, Eli. And there's, like I said, there's 4 guys that I bring up, and you brought it up immediately. The senior leadership. Don Arena coming out and just scoring and just showing his offensive ability. You know, we already know his passing ability from last year, but he's calling out and he's just shown a great shooting ability thus far. And Alex Tucci, he may be struggling on offense thus far, but his defense has been nothing but spotless. I mean, the defensive play has been incredible. It's just something that's like a total difference from last year. He's totally stepped up on it. I'm intrigued to see what he does in the second half. You also bring up freshman Sean Smith. He's come out and he's played strong for a debut. I think he's really made an impact thus far, and I think that his role is only going to increase going forward as he's shown great play. My last point, too, is also JoJo Cobbs coming out and just showing great athleticism. As a freshman last year, he came out and started many games, and you talked about earlier in the half, Eli, about how careful he was earlier. There's a total difference in JoJo this year. He's been more aggressive, not afraid to just go out there and drive the paint, but also put up shots. You know, he's not worried to go out in there and miss, and I think he's really starting to be himself. And as someone that has seen him play in high school, it's like going back and seeing him in his high school days just a lot better.
Let's take a look at the other side, Tim. For the Golden Eagles, they trailed by 6, but they were down by over 20 at one point. They rolled all the way back, and the big catalyst for that has definitely been junior guard Christian Brown. He's kept them in the game at both ends of the floor, but especially offensively, getting to the free throw line basically whenever he wants. And we'll see if Manhattanville makes an adjustment come second half.
Well, absolutely. I mean, Christian Brown's done a good job getting to the free throw line, and this is a team that lives and dies on free throws. Last year, Isaiah Moore led this team with an 80% free throw percentage. And then not only that, having other people now, obviously you had a few seniors and transfers and stuff, but overall, again, you know, I think the leadership by Isaiah Moore has been nothing but great. And ever since they took that time out, there was a total different unit. You know, when St. Joe's came out on offense initially, they were just scattered all over the place. It was like 4 guys were constantly on the right side, and just you had one guy sitting on the left side of the court in the corner. Ever since then, they've really spread their offense. They're not just scattered around the court, and there's more of a pace to it. I think their offense has really turned around from the start of the game, but what they need to work out now is their careless defense. Going out and just being lazy. 7 reaching fouls is not something that should be happening, especially when you're in bonus for a long time. They had 13 team fouls that quarter. They got to turn it around if they want to continue to be productive. And I mean, their defense was at the start of the game pretty productive. Another thing too they have to work on, Eli, is also the fact that their big guys need to get rebounds. They're getting just outsized thus far.
Just another thing to point out, the Valiants have led for all but the opening 56 seconds. So the Golden Eagles have definitely roared back. Obviously, they're down 6, but it's really been all Valiants in the first half. So we'll see what the momentum shifts to in the second half. Another thing to point out, obviously you talked about all the reach-in fouls for the Golden Eagles, but not only that, just how many uncontested layups they let up at the beginning. They made adjustments, but that was not good to see if you're a Golden Eagles fan.
Oh yeah, and the speed has just been killing them. That's the reason why they need to start making the defense. And I was very surprised they came out and showed full court press defense. With big guys, that's just something that never works out because they tire it out easily. And especially with Manhattanville going out and just making so many substitutions, the players are constantly fresh, so they're going to continue to attack in the paint. But when St. Joe's went out there and they made that defensive change where they were starting to allow Manhattanville to shoot deeper, that's something that they really struggle with. So the fact that maybe they should start reverting to that and that change could possibly get them back into this game, Eli.
You're exactly right.
Also, the last thing I want to bring up too is that, St. Joe's, like I said, only trailing 6, and they should be trailing by a lot more. You know, we talk about free throws and their importance. I think Manhattanville is at least up 15 to 20 points if they go and they just continue to make their free throws. And St. Joe's also missed many uncontested shots this half, but it's also the matter that they just got to play better defense. And for Manhattanville, you just got to go out there and continue serving your role. Every guy is going out there and seeing the floor and just showing what they can give and, being presented an opportunity. If they go out there and they do their role and continue to play great basketball, they're just going to go out there, and I think they're going to continue to score and win this game.
Here's another question for you as we wrap up our halftime talk. You look at, as we mentioned in the pregame, Isaiah Moore, the senior guard for the Golden Eagles. This guy was their leading scorer last year, but he was rarely on the floor. This guy played maybe 8 to 10 minutes at most. So what do we think? Do we think he has a slight injury, or do we think maybe he just wasn't producing well enough? Because it's strange to see your leading production guy not be on the floor for most of the first half.
I seem to think they're going to see him most of the second half, and they were kind of conserving him a little bit. He went out and he scored the first 5 points for St. Joe's. It seemed like their offense was all him, but you're right. He wasn't seen on the court, but I seem to think they're going to preserve him. He's one of their key leaders for a reason, and he's not in foul trouble. He's one of the few players actually not on foul trouble right now. So I think that he's going to come out and he's going to continue to show his leadership. But as an offense, they need to find something, and he's the guy that's going to do it, because when they've been out there, they've been doing nothing but producing while he's on the court. Once he's off, the defense has been a nightmare, because he's also one of their key defensive players, and their offense has just been all over the place.
So that's going to wrap up our halftime talk here at Kennedy Gym. Manhattanville Valiants lead the St. Joe's Golden Eagles 35-29. 3 minutes to go till halftime. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us on GoValiants.com. right, so as the second half gets back underway, both teams in their huddles. See if Manhattanville can continue the momentum. It's been pretty much all Valiants. The Golden Eagles, Tim, have climbed back into this game, but Manhattanville's owned this game thus far for the first 20 minutes. We'll see what happens for the remaining 20 minutes.
So Eli, I gotta ask, who's gonna be your key players for this half for Manhattanville?
I gotta go with Josiah Cobbs. I really liked what I saw last year from him as a freshman, but the confidence wasn't quite there. Now he has the skill and the confidence, and I think they're gonna gel together nicely. So St. Joe's will get the ball to start the first half. Both teams switch directions. St. Joseph's will now be shooting at the side of their bench. Same thing with Manhattanville. And we're underway here in the second half, as Isaiah Moore is right back in the game, Tim. Jared Morrow drives. Floater. Is the pass deflected? No, it's not. Valiant's ball. Once again, Tim, Alex Tucci on defense.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you too, they've been doing a lot of attacking on Granda. Granda's really stepped up here as a freshman starter and really has done a good job playing defense for someone that's only 5'11", or I should say 5'10". He's done a really good job.
Speaking of Granda, he will call out the play. Feisty little guy, 5'8", 150 pounds. Tucci will get in the post. Let's see if he can get going. Good defense, and he overpowers him. So Tucci says, you know what? You got your hands up, I don't care. I'm going right through you. Impressive play.
And they continue to show the athleticism inside the paint. It's just absolutely incredible.
As Isaiah Moore tries to get something going, cannot. Rebounded by Timmy Quinlan. Here come the Valiants. Dom Marina pushes, kicks. Timmy Quinlan, straightaway three, no good. Rebound to Arena, no. Jalsa for the rebound. Tucci tries to save and does, and the ball hits the ref, so it's in play. Here comes Jared Morrow. Back to... That's going to be Basili, an and one for Basili. So Basili, Jared Morrow, and Christian Brown have been the story for St. Joseph's. And Tim, just to point out, as Basili's going to line to look for a three-point play, Christian Brown is not starting the second half.
No, he is not, and I'm very surprised about that. He's one of their most productive players, so I guess they're going to have him in a six-man role here to start the half.
As Basili misses the three-point play, Tucci strong rebound. 37-31, Valiants. Arena will set it up. Manhattanville looking to extend their lead. Arena drives to his non-dominant right-handed side. Josiah Cobbs drives. Little floater is good.
This guy's athleticism is nothing but short of incredible. It's just, the guy knows how to drive into the paint. It's something that he's been successful at, and he continues to show it here in this game.
And he's never out of control, Tim. He's always calm and composed, has control of his body. As nice little play there by Morrow. He was kind of stopped by two defenders and stepped through for the nice little basket.
He had a little fake there on his leg motion too, so that was a really good job on the post up.
As pressure, Manhattanville will get it across. It'll be Cobbs. Cobbs will drive and kick to the corner. Tucci fakes. They'll reset it.
Interesting note here, Eli, too, what I'm also seeing is that a little bit of less pressure by St. Joe's on the full court.
Quinlan straight on three again. Can't get this one to go. So Quinlan not able to do much offensively.
That's a spot Quinlan's always good at. He's always good from up top, not as much from the corner.
Isaiah Moore, great pass, and we got a foul on the shot. Brad Weiss, sophomore center, 6'6", out of Plainview, New York, will go to the line for two. That was an impressive pass to him from Isaiah Moore, who's been very, very quiet today.
Yep, and the 6'6" center here now needs to make these free throws. Needs to put him down at least 5 or 4.
First one from Weiss, funky delivery, misses. So interesting form from Weiss. He kind of shoots like Kevin Garnett, brings the ball well behind his head. Not sure it works too well, as he was way off on that one. Let's see the second here. Drills the second, so split pair for Weiss. 39-34 Valiants. 17:30 to go in the second half. Arena, dangerous pass, gets it to Quinlan. Cross court to Josiah Cobbs. Back out to Arena. Arena is the Valiant's preliminary ball handler. Arena kicks to Cobbs. Cobbs up the screen, kicks back to Arena. Kicks to Tucci. Tucci, pump fake, drive. Tucci's fouled, and he will not get it to go. Almost got the friendly roll. Will not get the roll to go, but he will be going to the line for 2.
But this could be a turn here. This is going to perhaps show Tucci's aggressiveness even more. I think this is where you're going to start seeing the offensive turn for him this half.
2 shots.
And I'll tell you another thing, too, when I'm looking at as well. Dom Arena continues to just make beautiful passes, Eli. His offensive scoring ability has been shown today, but how about his assist total continuing to also raise as well?
Great court vision from the senior point guard, Dom Marina. First free throw from Tucci is good. Tucci's rocking the fresh Jordan 11s. I'm liking those.
I'll also tell you this, too. Last year, Arena had 121 assists. That was almost just more than the team combined. The second was former senior Charles Nardone with 33.
As Tucci hits both, lead back up to 7, 41-34. Ball's in the hands of Jared Mora. They swing it around. It's now in the hands of Trey Kennard. Senior guard, pull up for Kennard is short, rebounded, and no good. So Eddie Higgins, the big center at 6'7", the tallest guy in Golden Eagles roster, as Cobbs drives, little layup is no good. Well defended, gets it back. He's guarded by 3 people. He's going to get it out. He somehow does.
Great move there by Arena.
So Cobbs somehow got out of trouble, and the Valiants will set up.
I don't know if you saw that there, Eli, but Arena moved in and got space there so Granda could take up the rebound and the little dribble back out.
As they want to feed it into the post, but Tucci's well defended and turns it over. So they've done a nice job on Tucci as Morrow drives, kicks to who else, Tim, but Christian Brown, right?
Christian
I mean,
Brown
that name means a lot tonight.
Yeah, well, when everyone expected Isaiah Moore, just Christian Brown's come out and he's played excellent ball thus far.
Cobbs against Brown now. Like we said, Cobbs is not lacking confidence in his sophomore year. Step back jumper is short. That almost had the crowd going crazy there.
Oh, that was a great move by JoJo, but JoJo's got to make that next time. He's going to have a lot more opportunities to come.
They'll set up in the hands of Brown. Brown isos against Quinlan. Quinlan much slower. Brown goes right by him and scores. That was a little bit too easy as Quinlan's screaming. I'm not sure who he's yelling at. It looks like someone messed up defensively, as that was an easy basket. 41-38 now, approaching 15 minutes to go.
And you're
Quinlan.
starting to see the Valiants just shortness struggle now, as it almost looks like size is beating them.
As Arena with a strong drive to the basket draws the foul. And that's something Dom Marina does really well for this team. He keeps the Valiants calm and composed. He doesn't let them freak out, and that was a nice drive there to draw 2 shots, on the foul. First one from Arena is good. Nothing but net.
And I'll tell you, too, during this offseason, that's something that Arena really wanted to work on. You know, last year, struggling a little bit with free throws, shooting just slightly above 50%. So he wants to go out there and he wants to make as many free throws as he possibly can.
So Arena looking to extend the lead to 5. The Valiants lead 42-38. Second shot from Arena is good. So 2 swishes for Arena. Lead back up to 5. Valiants are going to have to try to limit Christian Brown's damage. He's done a lot to them so far. Isaiah Moore at the top against Tucci. He's going to drive. He's going to be cut off nicely. It's not going to matter. He's going to score.
Wow, the size all of a sudden has caught up to the speed of Manhattanville's defense. It's like Isaiah Moore has come on the court and just shown something special.
As Cobbs scores again. What a night for Josiah Cobbs.
Every drive he's in the paint, it feels like he's going to make a big, tough, athletic just put up. It's been incredible by JoJo thus far.
As Arena gets in the passing lane, a lot of contact, no foul.
I kind of agree there that there should be no foul.
Pat Scanlon's irate on the sideline. Corner 3 is way short.
They were both going for the ball there, so I just don't see why that would be a foul if they called that.
So 2 straight threes attempted, 2 straight misses. Valiants will rebound. Oh, dangerous pass right in front of us here. As Arena will set it back up. Valiants lead 45-40. Ball's in the hands of the feisty 5'8" freshman, Mike Granda. He kicks to Tucci. To Cobbs. Cobbs for 3. No.
Tucci looks really exhausted out there, Eli.
He does. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
injured, if he's favoring something, or if he's just low on stamina.
Because we just watched him run down the court, and he was almost running like he was on a hobble. Hopefully he's okay, but he's just, hands are on his knees and everything. He looks really exhausted.
Team's third.
Manhattanville has subs coming to check in, so I don't know if that's going to be due to his injury or due to his stamina, as Haggerty, Eisen, and Madden will look to check in for Manhattanville.
I'm going to assume that you're going to probably see Tucci come off the court here, as they have 3 substitutions looking to, or I should say 3 subs looking to come in.
So,
Timeout.
looks like a timeout here, yeah. As Jared Mora will await 2 shots at the free throw line following the foul. It actually, wow, we can't even see. I'll tell you, Tim, our view is so blocked. We couldn't see that. It's a timeout because Jared Mora was limping.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
we
heard
can't even see
claps,
that.
and the claps made me realize that was an injury. So Jared Mora, who got fouled, is injured on the play. He's hobbling more than Tucci even. We'll see if he'll be good to go in the game
I
or
didn't
not.
even realize that. I thought everyone from St. Joe's walked back to their sideline because no one was over there with him.
I
not
mean, that
even
right
the-
corner
oh,
is
yeah.
restricted from here.
Yeah, from our angle, we can't really even see that, and we don't have a visual over the court, so we're just going by what we see from over here. So, but now he's got to get back on the court. He's got to shoot 2 free throws.
Matt Rennie on the line for St. Joseph's, shooting 2.
Maybe I'm incorrect. Did they do a substitution for the free throw shooter? Or was Matt the one that was fouled?
No, as Brad Weiss, excuse me, not Brad Weiss, Matt Renahan is going to shoot. He misses the first. No, actually, Tim, Morrow was fouled, but it's an injury substitution, as Morrow's on the sideline getting checked out. So the second one from Renahan, who's his replacement, is a miss. As Sean Smith, the impressive freshman, Haggerty, Eisen, and Madden will all check in. Arena is the only remaining starter still on the court. They'll work it to the senior Eisen. Good, intense defense here by St. Joseph's. Sean Smith, the other impressive freshman, will drive. He's fouled, and it rims out. So good move by Sean Smith. Couldn't quite get the roll. He's going to line for 2.
I'll tell you, this freshman is definitely the leader of the second unit. He comes out and he showed nothing but athleticism. With him and JoJo Cobbs driving into the paint, I just seem to think that this kid's going to see more time thus far. He's just so much of a utility player and just so unique that he's going to get more opportunity.
As he swishes the first. 46-41 Mville. It looks like we're going to get a substitution. Christian Brown is back in. And the thing about Sean Smith, Tim, sorry to cut you off, he's not a stereotypical guard. This guy's big for a guard. He's got height and strength. So he's going to use that to his advantage.
Well, exactly. He's out there 6'3", and I know he's 6'3", 190, but don't let his athleticism fool you. He can go out there and even play the small forward position if needed and the point guard position and excel in it incredibly.
So Smith hits both. 47-41 Valiants. Doug Niblock drives. Kicks to Basili. He's had a quiet second half. Basili looking for something. He's guarded tightly by Madden. The drive from Kennard. He's cut off. Kicks to the corner. That's a 3. And he almost banks it in. Wow. As a jostle for the ball, that's going to be a loose ball foul on Pranabar Singh. So Singh, the freshman, he nearly banked in, Tim, a 3 from the corner. That was really interesting, to say the least. That was an ugly shot, and then he follows it with the foul. So not a good sequence from Singh.
No, absolutely not. He hasn't really had much opportunity until now, so.
As Madden will push it over up the court. Did a good job protecting with his shoulder there as he was being pressured. 47-41, 13 minutes to go.
That's the big difference right now, Eli, why St. Joe's is still in this game.
As Arena drives and scores. Beautiful.
I know they scored there, but if you see the difference on their defense this half compared to last half, a lot less pressure full court, and you could see the energy difference. There's a big energy difference in both their offense and defense thus far. Good
defensive intensity so far from Manhattanville. As drive from Kennard is short, but Singh is there on the boards. So second chance for St. Joseph's, and who they go to, they put in the hands of Sterling Brown. He's been the go-to guy. They want to ISO it. Brown against Sean Smith. Smith, great defense. Oh, man. Tim, I'll tell you, he just got bailed out. That was awesome defense by Sean Smith. He cut him off, and Brown is bailed out by the call. I'll tell you, that might be what being a junior versus being a freshman does for you. That was great defense. That was not a foul.
But now we're going to see Brown's going to the line again to put up more points. It's his production that's also just keeping this team.
As it rims out. Ball don't lie.
But
So the first one rims out.
The production for Brown's keeping them in this game. Both Brown and Moore have done nothing but show up today. So
Granda back in for Damarina, who gets a huge applause from the bench. Great job by the senior point guard out of the Bronx. 3 guys in for St. Joseph's. We got Isaiah Moore. We have Brad Weiss and Matt Renahan. So lots of substitutions for St. Joseph's. Only one for Manhattanville.
Also, Eli, information I'm getting is Tucci is fine. There is no injury.
So
that's
stamina
a good thing
seems to
to
be factored as he misses both. And as the great Rasheed Wallace would say, ball don't lie.
You know, that's something surprising, though. Tucci averaged 32.3 minutes a game last year. So
As Smith drives, trying to get a little revenge, misses, but Haggerty cleans it up. Lead back to 10. Smith guarding Isaiah Moore. Senior versus freshman. Moore drives by him, and another tacky foul. I don't know what these refs are looking at. I mean, there's a little bit of contact, but basketball is a contact sport.
that was a very touchy
These are
call there.
tic-tac fouls here.
Very, very touchy call. I don't really think that was much of a foul at all.
So 2 tough calls on the freshman, who's had himself an outstanding night.
And Moore is going to go to the line again for another free throw.
First one for number 24 is a miss.
That's something very rare for him. He was an 80% free throw shooter last year, Eli.
As we're going to get a timeout, St. Joseph's with 11:53 to go. Valiant's lead by 10.
So we're going to timeout, Eli. What is the difference thus far that we've seen in the first 9 minutes of play for the Valiants?
I think I've seen them mostly on the defensive end. Obviously, the scoring was there in the first half, but just the intensity and the ability to limit shots and drives to the basket. Manhattanville's done a tremendous job with that. And I think St. Joseph's is getting rattled in the head here.
Well, absolutely, but I mean, you could also say St. Joe's offense has also came out very strong in this half. And how about their defense has actually gotten a little bit better? No touchy fouls that we've seen thus far, more physical fouls in the paint. And not only that, the Valiants are out fouling St. Joe's offense and defense. So what is necessarily going to be the difference coming down to the big parts of this game?
Yeah, I think Manhattanville's going to have to rely on their veteran leadership, obviously Damarina and Tucci. Not only the seniors, but arguably the 2 best players on their squad. And they've gotten great production from Cobbs and from Sean Smith, but they're young guns. They got to look to find veteran leadership from the upperclassmen.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, Tucci's getting a little bit of break here. And I know it's the first game of the year, but someone that averaged 32.3 minutes last year, 2 more minutes than everyone on the team. It's a little bit surprising to see him very tired on the court, considering the fact that that was only about 5 or 6 minutes into the quarter. So free throws upcoming for Isaiah Moore.
Second of 2 attempts on the way for Moore. 10-point lead for the Valiants.
And the key part here, like I said, 11:53 remaining, a lot of time to tell this game.
And Moore misses. So they're not helping themselves out at the free throw line either, Tim.
Nope, and that's a guy that, like I said, shot 80% last year, so to see him miss is something very rare. This is a team that prides themselves on free throws too, so they're missing many opportunities.
And Ason's going to draw the foul on the drive. It's going to go on Trey Kennard, senior guard, as he's going to check out of the game. And Basili back in. Valiant's lead by 10. They get it into Corey Madden. To Sean Smith. Sean Smith looking to attack. He spins. Sean Smith can't get it to go, but he'll go to the free throw line. So, man, he just continues to impress, Tim. This guy's playing his first collegiate game of his career, and it looks like he's been playing for 3 years.
Yep, absolutely. And I've been very impressed by Sean Smith's play, and also freshman Mike Gronda. Both guys back and forth have really proven a lot, and they're showing why they deserve to be here, Eli.
So first attempt for Sean Smith as it gets really quiet here. Kennedy Gym. First one's good. It's almost like we can hear ourselves speak again when they're shooting free throws.
And by the way, Eli, also, Sean Smith has basically led this unit in points off the bench. His athleticism, like I said, I compared him to JoJo Cobbs before. Both of these guys have been really aggressive in the paint, and it's like nothing we've seen in a while.
Second one from Smith is good. So Smith is 6 for 6 from the line as well. So I don't think Smith is really that rattled.
For someone that's a freshman playing his first game, that's absolutely incredible, Eli.
Valiant's back up by 9. As Smith gets the steal, ice and dives. We can't really see from where we are here.
I think St. Joe's is going to have it.
St. Joe's going to have it, but great hustle. First on the deflection and then great dive by Ison.
It's going to be interesting how they set it up here. I know there's only 15 seconds left in the shot clock. However, a little bit of a spread mixture. Let's see how they set it up here for St. Joe's.
So Isaiah Moore calls for it, and we'll get it. He's matched up against Sean Smith.
They're going to isolate him, it looks like.
Here comes Basili matched up against Corey Madden. 6 on the shot clock. They're going to have to go. They're going to have to do something. 4, 3. Moore's going to have to put up a shot. Great defense. 1, and that's a shot clock violation. Outstanding defense, Tim, by Manhattanville on every play. Excuse me, every second of that play was just outstanding.
This defense, Eli, has been nothing surprising at all. A very good defensive unit, and Tucci's really also stepped up for this unit thus far. Obviously not on the court right now, but the bench players continue to play their role as well as the entire team. That is the key part if they're going to continue to win this game.
So Madden drives. He won't get it to go. Good aggressive play, but well defended by the senior Moore. Moore will drive now. Gronda tries to draw the charge. No call. Basili drives, and he dribbles it off his foot. Valiant's ball.
Yeah,
So this Valiant's defense is getting to St. Joseph, and they're rattled in the head right now.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, they've been down all game since, what was it, 56 seconds into the first quarter? Or
Correct, yep.
The first half. So the fact that they're coming out and they're playing strong basketball is just absolutely something you want to see if you're a Valiants fan, you know? It's a very important thing to see them coming out and playing strong, because if they don't come out and play strong, going into the tournament this weekend, it's going to be something that's going to be very interesting, you know? There's going to see some decent basketball teams.
The foul is called on the inbounds. Wow, I mean, St. Joseph's is just a mess right now. I mean, they can't catch any breaks. Manhattanville's just inbounding the ball, and they get called for reaching. I think it's going to be a 1-and-1. Let's see. It is. As St. Joseph's is already in the bonus.
And for a good portion of this half, Eli, they were behind Manhattanville. Manhattanville had more fouls until quite recently. And again, it's one of those reaching things again. They need to stop reaching.
So Madden shooting the 1-and-1. First one for Madden is good. Lead up to 13. 54-41. Just to keep note, Christian Brown is back in the game for St. Joseph's. Coach Kevin Span's got to be sensing some sort of panic. Needed Brown back in the game. So Brown will have it now.
And Eli, I'm going to tell you, this defense is also really showing up. It's something that you want to see into this weekend.
As that was a nice drive by Isaiah Moore. Full court pressure. Gronda jostle for the ball. Valiant's ball.
Yeah,
Gronda made a really risky pass. He threw that towards the sideline there.
They just really went back into that pressure again. They weren't really using it that much this half, but with about 10 minutes and 8 seconds remaining, I guess they're going to try to force more turnovers and force them to stay in the backcourt.
So the two impressive freshmen, Sean Smith and Mike Ronda, will exit the game as Dom Arena and Josiah Cobbs back in. That's just a touchdown play, and Haggerty scores. Wow.
Haggerty sat down there the entire time, and I mean, no one was paying attention to him.
So great heads-up play there by the Valiants. Haggerty was uncontested at the opposite end of the floor. Touchdown, Manhattanville Valiants.
I think that was more of a brilliant idea by Haggerty.
As Tucci draws the charge. Beautiful. So Tucci not only doing it defensively in terms of blocking shots, but sacrificing his body. Great play there. It's going the other way, offensive foul.
His defensive play just continues to shine today. If there's one thing I have to say about this Manhattanville defense, he's got to be the star of this defense. He's come out and he's made many rebounds, many blocks, and he's also just coming out and playing aggressive, and he's putting everything on the line.
Oh, as they missed Haggerty under the basket, Tim.
Haggerty was under there again. You got to see him there.
So they'll set it up. 15 on the shot clock. Arena drives. He's cut off. He'll kick it to Cobbs. Cobbs will drive. Cobbs, no good. Rebound, Tucci. The shot clock resets as it hit the rim.
Oh, you got to put that one up, too.
Haggerty a little bit hesitant here. Arena will set it back up. They don't want to rush anything with a 14-point lead here. Make sure each possession is a good one. As Cobbs will, and it's a miscommunication between Cobb and Tucci.
He was expecting him to fade out, and he didn't do that. But, you know, also when I look at this, Eli, I mean, you look at the senior, you look at the senior starters out there, and you look at Eisen, who's serving a six-man role. I know he was outsized there, but he's got to see that, you know. Every point matters, and you got to go out. I mean, yeah, they're up 14, but you want to go out and just make your lead bigger, and you got to do a better job with court vision.
The pass is deflected, but Jared Morrow will get it back. Here comes Basili against Eisen. Nice little stop and go. He can't get it to go. And St. Joseph's can't even make layups anymore.
No, they're just isoing everyone and trying to see who could drive into the paint or not. They haven't taken a shot outside in a while.
This pass is deflected, gets to Tucci. Tucci, nice play. As Brown tried to draw the charge, Tucci scooped it around him off the glass for two. That was a nice play there. As Brown drives, left hand, no good.
This defense, Eli, has nothing on Tucci right now.
Arena pushing.
Oh, great job. This defense has nothing for him.
Wow. Alex Tucci,
great moves.
who was quiet offensively the whole night, Tim, just pulled out a hop, step, gather move. That was tremendous play.
And there you go. You have.
And the lead's up to 18. Three ball, good. So that's going to be Basili. He ends the drought for St. Joseph's. They still trail by 15 now. St. Joseph's will call timeout. Kind of strange after a made basket that they would be the ones to call timeout.
And also what I'm starting to see by Coach Pat Scanlon is, I don't know if you saw that down the sideline, but he's trying to tell them to tighten up, force them to take outside shots. Don't let them in the paint. That's something that St. Joseph's has been trying to do, is trying to ISO up and get in the paint constantly. Hopefully Manhattanville will continue to stop it, but I got to tell you again, the play by Alex Tucci has been nothing but short and incredible, Eli. He's just going out and he's playing excellent. His defensive play, excellent. And now, like I said, from those free throws on, he's a total different offensive player for this Valiants offense, coming out and scoring 3 times in a row.
And he's definitely proven that he's not just an offensive player, but a basketball player. I mean, you look at the guy, he always impressed me offensively, the array of moves and his ability to stretch it from the outside, a guy that big. But he's looking like a complete player right now. And if he can help the Valiants on both ends of the floor.
He's going out, Eli, and it's like no one has a chance for him on the court. He's like a total, he's on a planet of his own right now. No one has a chance to even compete with him out there.
So, following the timeout, it's going to be Valiant's ball following the Basili 3, who ended the drought for St. Joseph's. They trailed by 18. They now trail by 15 following the made 3.
Looks like both units are going to be the same too, Eli. No changes at all during this timeout.
As they try another touchdown play, but this one's intercepted.
That one room is
So
very
St. Joseph was
undersized.
expecting this one. 3-ball, good. Wow, from Mora, and wow, the momentum really shifted. It's now a 12-point game. So 6-point swing just like that. Valiant's looking to push. They beat him down the floor. Here comes Arena. Arena up and under move. Beautiful play with the right hand.
You know what I'm also very surprised about is that was a great drive there by Arena, but Christian Brown isn't on the court for St. Joe's.
You're right. I guess he's got a little bit of, he needs to rest a little bit. Those legs have really been going. As Arena tries up and under again, can't finish it. A little too fancy there.
Your best player's got to be out there as they try to do a fast drive here.
Basili blocked by Josiah Cobbs. It'll stay with the Golden Eagles. How about Cobbs doing it defensively too, Tim?
Yep, great block there by JoJo. JoJo only had 5 blocks last year, but that was enough for him to be top 4 on the squad. So he's got to go out there and he's trying to prove his defensive play as well.
As substitutions for the Knights, still no, for the Eagles, as Moore is fouled, still no, what's the call? We got a foul. So Isaiah Moore will be at the line shooting too.
Still no Christian Brown on the court. He's been nothing but their most productive player, arguably, aside from Isaiah Moore today. I just don't see why he's not on the court right now.
So first attempt for Moore is good. They've now reached 50. It's 63-50 Manhattanville. 7 minutes to go. Substitutions, Haggerty out. The impressive Sean Smith back in. So a lot of minutes here for Sean Smith in his rookie debut. For the Valiants, Arena, Tucci, Quinlan, Cobbs, and Smith on the floor. As Arena's trapped, he'll get it to Quinlan. Quinlan will drive. He'll kick to Cobbs. And they're going to slow up the offense here. But Arena drives, dangerous pass, gets it to Quinlan. Quinlan kicks to Tucci in the post. We got foul on the floor. It appears when Tucci was posting up.
And that's going to be a bonus, so Tucci is going to go to the free throw line again.
So Tucci, who's really redeemed himself offensively this second half, is looking for 2 here. And to extend the lead to 13 or maybe 14. First shot is short, as it was a 1-and-1.
You know, Eli, but I'm also starting to see by this Valiant's offense here in the late going, they're really trying to isolate and spread out so they can get just JoJo Cobbs isolated so he can see the ball late and drive in.
Good defensive play there by Tucci, knocks it away. It's going to stay with the Golden Eagles. Substitution, Singh out, and first minutes of action for Eddie Higgins. Stephen Cohen, senior guard, number 2. As Morrow drives, a lot of contact, finishes. I mean, that could have been a foul on Tucci. I guess they said he went straight up, but the basket's in nonetheless.
It's a 10-point game now. St. Joe's trying to strike back late.
6:31 to go. Granda back in. Dom will get a short rest. Dom Arena. Tucci looks gassed still, and no one picks up Tucci.
If they're not paying attention.
Now they do.
You hear them scream and get back. There's 2 times now where they haven't gotten back. And those resulted in 4 points for the Valiants.
If you're going to make up this lead and you're St. Joseph's, you got to wake up. I mean, it shouldn't take you that long to pick up someone down the court.
See, they got to look down again. It's just Sean Smith had him beat.
As they beat
Sean Smith wide open again. No one sees him.
They beat the press. Here comes Granda. Kicks to Quinlan. Quinlan looks for Tucci. Tucci in the post. That's been their go-to offense second half, and he scores.
His offense is absolutely turned around in the second half.
This is the Alex Tucci we want to see here.
This is the same guy that came out and scored 17.1 points a game last year. And
Smith dives. Great hustle. The ball's going to be out of bounds. Tremendous effort for the freshman. You got to love it.
You got to love his hustle. This guy has earned every single minute he's been out on the court for. And he's been a big role player off the bench, and he's proving why he deserves to be here. Valiants lead at 65-53 over St. Joe's here with 5:55 remaining.
So the senior, Stephen Cohen, his first minutes of action will bring it up. Wearing the sports goggles. Nice back door by Morrow. He finds him. And Tucci says, get that out of here, but there's a foul.
Oh, wow. I don't know if that was really a foul.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, though, Tim, whenever you go across the body, instead of straight up, they're going to call that, regardless of it's all ball or not. And I think they saw Tucci swipe across. That's where they saw the foul.
Yeah, I think he got all ball in that, but unfortunately, the way the angle was, it's very agreeable to why that was called.
As Morrow nails the first, 11-point game. So St. Joseph's been able to creep back in, but they haven't been able to get it under double digits in quite some time. Second attempt from Morrow is good.
St. Joe's will also enter the bonus now as Manhattanville has put themselves into foul trouble.
As Arena will check in for Quinlan. So senior in for senior.
And I'm still surprised you're doing this without Christian Brown. I just don't see why he's still not on the court.
I have to agree with that for sure. They continue to full court press. Granda's got to look up. He does. He gets it to Cobbs. Cobbs will take it. Cobbs has got to look up. He's got Arena, but he backs it out.
See, now this is where you got to just run the clock down. Just take shots when you have to. They're up 10, so, I mean, yeah, okay, it's 5 shots, but you just need to take their time, spread the floor, and get an open look.
So Arena will. 5 seconds. Arena's got to put it up and under. Is no good. It hits
he
the
got
rim.
The rebound.
He gets his own rebound. What's the call?
It's going to be a push-off right there.
On Arena, right?
Yep.
Because at first it looked like he said shot clock violation, but that ball clearly hit the rim.
Actually, the push-off is on Tucci.
Okay. All right. So Arena did get the ball back on his own shot.
That's a notable thing, too. They're going to take Tucci out now, and that's his 4th foul of the day. So
one more and he's out. Yep. Tucci's irate on the sideline. I don't know if he's mad at himself or at the call.
Cohen goes to the line now, the senior, looking to make a free throw.
And he misses. Valiants get it back. St. Joseph's has just been a nightmare from the strike tonight.
So Arena trying to take control of this offense with Tucci off the floor, and there's going to be a foul as a push-off. That's going to send Arena to the line.
So this is a free throw fest here. As any foul, as both teams are in the bonus, is a 1-and-1.
Actually, double bonus now for the Valiants. So he'll get 2.
All right. So the game can slow down even more now. First one from Arena.
And this is where crunch
Nothing but net.
This is where crunch time starts to begin, Eli. So this is where the longest minutes of the game, even though there's less than 5 remaining, seems to happen. And both sides have many timeouts remaining, too.
So Valiants go back up 11 on the Tucci make. Second one coming up. Excuse me, on the Arena make. He misses the second one. So 66-55 Valiants. Basili kicks to Kennard. Kennard looking for a screen. Pulls up for 3. It's long. Rebound to Arena. And Arena's going to push. They don't really have numbers. Kicks to Sean Smith. Sean Smith will bring it out. Smart play there by the freshman. Don't want to force any bad shots here.
Arena's going to continue to work. They're just going to continue to kick out and work and just waste clock and then put up a shot when they have to. Is he trapped?
Oh, that's a bad pass. Stolen by Higgins. Higgins all the way, dunks it. And Haggerty had to be careful there. He almost committed the foul, too.
Yeah, and they got trapped. That's one thing they can't do. They got to keep on passing the ball around.
So Manhattanville needs to wake up as that's 2 straight turnovers. Haggerty trying to clap his boys back into it. They're still up by 9.
Cobb suffers the turnover there as we have a substitution. Timmy Quinlan comes back into the game.
Smith will sit. So 4:13 to go. St. Joseph's is running out of time to creep back into this game. Isaiah Moore has it against Quinlan. Senior against senior. Moore hands it off. Back to Moore. Moore will drive on Arena. Big size mismatch there. He kicks across court. The drive is short. That was attempted by Kennard, but well defended by Josiah Cobbs. As Arena looks to get the ball across, big screen there by Quinlan. And the Valiants are 0 of 14 from three-point range tonight.
Oh,
so
great pass, but it's going to be, it's going to stay with Manhattanville.
if you put into perspective, Tim, if they're up 9, 0 for 14 from 3, imagine if they even drained a few of these. They could be up by double digits easily.
substitution here as Doug Nightlock.
Timeout.
The game. Well, actually, timeout. So okay.
So we're going to get a timeout. 3:36 to go here, second half. 66-57, Valiant. We'll be back shortly.
These opportunities, between the free throw line and just back and forth play, a lot of pushy fouls. They need to start being careful now. This is a team that struggled keeping leads last year, and when we talk about doing your role, this is exactly what we're talking about. Just being careful and serving your purpose and doing your role on the court. It's almost like they're not doing that now, except for Tucci and Arena.
Yeah, the offense has definitely hit a roadblock here, and this is literally the worst time to do it. This is crunch time, and basketball is a game of momentum, and the momentum is shifting towards St. Joseph's right now, and Manhattanville's got to stop that.
It's been an absolute struggle. You see JoJo Cobbs come out and have a few turnovers. They took Sean Smith out of the game, which was a little bit surprised considering how physical and great he was playing. But they're going to have a lot of faith here in their starters here with the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. So as you see, no substitutions as the whole starting five will come back onto the court here. So a lot of faith by the coach to keep his veterans out there.
So Quinlan, Granda, Cobbs, Arena, and Tucci for Manhattanville. For St. Joseph's.
And I'll have to say, like I said, these freshmen today have played nothing but like veterans. So I've been very impressed by them.
So Manhattanville will look to get the ball in. The struggle, they do get it to Granda. Granda is trapped. He's going to have to look up. A lot of dribbling. And luckily he gets a pass. That was risky.
Granda looked down. He never looked up. He was just trying to get through the defender. That was almost troubles. They could have had an 8-second violation.
So the ball is now in the hands of the senior Arena. 13 on the shot clock. He kicks to Cobbs. Cobbs drives. A little floater off the glass is good.
That's the Cobbs that you need
JoJo Cobbs. Beautiful execution. Drove towards his left. He was cut off and floated it off the glass.
That's what he does best right there, Eli. He continues to drive great.
Oh, wow. We're going to have a foul called on the Morrow drive.
So Granda will get the foul there.
Another tic-tac foul. Tim, they're really getting bailed out with these calls here.
Oh, absolutely. And with 1:54 remaining, every call matters as well now at this point. So Marrow at the line, and who do we have coming in?
We're going to have Trey Kennard.
Trey Kennard. I'm really surprised, but also I believe Christian Brown suffered an injury earlier, so perhaps that's why we haven't seen him on the court.
As Marrow hits the first one. 68-63, Valiant's lead. Home opener for Manhattanville, season opener for St. Joseph's. Second shot is good. So they're going to sub out Marrow, surprisingly, I guess for a little bit of a breather. They're going to bring Kennard in, probably for defensive purposes.
Well, especially with down 4 in a minute 54, just maybe come up with a quick plan and just get him back out there. A little bit surprising.
As the Valiants do a good job of beating the press, Granda will slow things down. 4-point lead.
That's really impressed me about Granda, Eli, is his ball handling ability. He's such a short guy, but he's able to keep the ball low, and he's gone out there and he's faced more all day and has succeeded at it.
As Tucci just tried to overpower him but couldn't get it to go. Tucci looks exhausted here.
Yeah, that's a forced shot that was unnecessary there.
St. Joseph trails by 4. The kick to the veteran, Isaiah Moore. He goes cross-court to Basili. Basili contested 3. Does not get the roll. Joseph for the rebound goes to Tucci. So defended nicely by Cobbs.
Yeah, and these starters look just very tired. JoJo Cobbs, very tired. Everyone's tired on the court right now. The minute remaining, you need to push as much as you can. The only one that looks fresh out there is Timmy Quinlan, who spent most of the time on the bench.
As Arena drives, it scores. Beautiful. So Dom Arena took it to his non-dominant right-handed side and flipped it up at the left. That was beautiful.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, what about the offensive scoring by Arena today? He's shown a lot of offensive production for someone that only averaged 7.2 points last year. Valiant's up 6 points with 51.1 seconds remaining here in the second half.
Arena out and Sean Smith in. So interesting call to take Arena out with 51 seconds left.
Well, perhaps it's not a little bit of a surprising move. I mean, Sean Smith, a decent free throw shooter as he's proved today. So
As an offensive foul, Smith draws it right on cue.
And, well, actually.
And look,
was it
Smith is
public
out.
charge? Okay, that's
So I
interesting.
guess for defensive purposes, they had Smith in. It paid off. A little messing around with the coaching staff as he gets a nice hand as he hits the bench. So 45.5, Valiant's lead by 6, 70-64.
I mean, I was surprised they went out and they took the senior out of Arena. I would expect them to usually go to maybe take out Granda, the freshman. But overall, I mean, that now it's going to get to the time where they.
As they find Cobbs down the floor, Cobbs layup.
Oh,
no foul is called.
Oh, yes, there is. Now there's a foul called late. So it'll be 2 for JoJo. He got hit on the arm going up. It was a very late call there.
So good awareness by Manhattanville to find Cobbs. And a late call as Arena's joking around with the ref, saying you got to call that earlier, man. But, I mean, Cobbs is going to shoot too as it gets really quiet in here.
Very, very late call.
First one from Josiah Cobbs. Kennedy Jim is silent. First attempt is short. And see, this is the tired legs we're talking about.
And JoJo led this team in free throw percentage. So the fact that he's coming out and he's missed a few today, not very something to worry about, but perhaps something maybe he can go into practice tomorrow and work on.
He's got to use the knees. Oh, man. So he had the, it's going to be St. Joseph's ball. He had the distance, but couldn't get the roll.
That was a great try there by Quinlan to try to bounce the ball off the back of what I believe was
I think it was Morrow.
Yeah, so
St. Joseph's edging each other's on to hurry up. They'll get a quick fire 3 from the corner. It's nailed by Trey Kennard. Wow. And Tim, that's the worst possible scenario in that situation.
And it's crunch time now, 30 seconds remaining, a 3-point game. I'll tell you, the fans are into it. It's been a great game thus far. Both sides back and forth having their ups and downs. Last 30 seconds here and a quick timeout. What do you expect, Eli?
I think it's going to be Manhattanville ball, obviously. I think you just got to get in the hands of your best free throw shooter because it comes down to fouling. But I think Manhattanville, that's the worst possible thing you could do is give up a 3. And not only give up a 3 that quickly. Because now they have plenty of time, St. Joseph's, to come back here.
And I agree with you, the fact that they got to get someone with great free throw ability onto the court here. Arena's done a great job from the line today. JoJo Cobb, statistically their best, even though he struggled with a few free throws recently. But I think they need Sean Smith on the court here. Sean Smith has been someone who hasn't missed a single free throw all day. I think he needs more opportunity to go out there and just shoot free throws and practically seal this game.
So Sean Smith will actually not be on the floor here. But Valiant will look to get it in. Arena needs to, and he calls a timeout. So they wanted to avoid the 5-second violation, obviously. But you got to be a little worried if you're the Valiants right now. This is not going as planned.
Well, you got to find something else here. Perhaps a different plan. They came with a plan that just wasn't there, so they got to change it around. And this time it'll be a full timeout taken by the Valiants. So as far as changes going into Friday, as Manhattanville will have the A.J. Buchanan Classic. They're going to face William Patterson at 8 p.m. on Friday here at the gym. What do you think? What changes do the Valiants have to change, Eli, going into this game on Friday?
I think they got to play consistently the whole entire game. You look, this is what happens even at a professional level in the NBA. Teams that cannot play 4 quarters. You look at the other night, the Cavaliers at the Knicks. The Knicks were beating the Cavs 3 quarters. What happened in the 4th quarter? The Cavs won the quarter. Crunch time is the most important time to play your best basketball. Manhattanville has it reversed. They played their best basketball to start the game. And we got to hope that doesn't come back to bite them.
That's something that they absolutely did last year, too. That was a big struggle, and they need to come out here. This loss would be tragic after they've led the entire game since the first 56 seconds of it.
especially on your home turf. So
You gotta go from start to finish, and this is the time to show it.
So same 5 for both teams as was prior to the timeout. Quinlan will be the inbounder for Manhattanville. Someone's got to get open. As he gets it into Grenda, and he gets it to Cobbs. Cobbs is trapped. He'll dribble out of it, and a foul is called. So Cobbs will go back to the line here. Almost a really dangerous play there, Tim.
And they have to foul because the shot clock and the game clock were exactly equal. So 2 coming for JoJo.
Cobbs, the sophomore, attempts the first and nails it. Big, big, big shot by Cobbs. It's now a 2-possession game again. They lead by 4.
Sean Smith comes into the game. Like I said, he needed to come in. He's one of their best free throw shooters, it seems like, today. So keep the hot hand going. Perhaps get him the ball if they get one more opportunity.
Second one from Cobbs is good. So 2 clutch free throws by the sophomore out of Briarcliff.
And the shot clock is now
St. Joseph's will push. Doug Niblock tries the attempt.
It's gonna be a
Does
foul.
not get the, I think they're going to say out of bounds, but it's going to stay with St. Joseph's.
I don't know, I saw the ref raise his hand there with the hand up, so that's why I thought it was a foul, but I guess not.
Might have overruled it. It's hard to tell from where we're sitting. So 72-67, they got to get it in. They do. Attempted 3 is made.
And it's a
Was that
2-point
Isaiah
game.
Moore? Who was that?
That
Couldn't
was
see.
Moore. That was Isaiah Moore up on the point.
So I guess that's what your best player does, right? He might not shine the whole game, but when it matters most. So now there's pressure on Manhattanville to hit free throws because this is going to be crucial. If they can hit both here, they go back up 2 possessions.
And this time shooting is going to be Timmy Quinlan.
First attempt from Quinlan. Shot rims out.
And the big guy, not his best thing known for free throws. More of his mid-range, though, outside of free throws, one thing that he struggled with.
Second one from Quinlan, and he misses both. Joseph for the rebound, and Tucci gets it, and he's hacked.
And Tucci's going to go to the line here.
And Tim, you know who made that play happen? Sean Smith.
Sean Smith. This guy needs to see more time next game. I'm telling you, the guy has played out of his mind. He's made a good impression. Everyone here in debut, this guy's getting a lot of cheers. Everyone seems to like him.
He's definitely the energy guy so far for the Valiants. Energy, hustle, determination, that's what the Valiants want to see.
And I'll tell you, coming out of the school he is from Sacred Heart, that's a really great basketball school and shows a lot of hustle and heart, and he's shown it today.
So first one from Alex Tucci is nailed. Tucci can hit this one and go back up by 4. That will be huge. As substitutions, Eddie Higgins, the center, will come in. He'll come in for Niblock.
Timeout's also going to become a serious thing here as he makes both. With
Back
10
up to
seconds
4.
remaining. They don't have any timeouts, so they have to force a shot off.
8, 7, 6. Mara shids up a 3. It's
an
air
air
ball,
ball.
and that's Valiant's ball.
That's going to practically seal up the
So
game.
this is
Eli.
basically going to do it. As we hear the air ball chants from behind us, this crowd's really getting into it here.
This crowd is ecstatic as it looks like the Valiants are going to go up 1-0. As now, if they're just an inbound away.
As the Valiants will inbound, St. Joseph's will not foul.
And that's going to be the
And
game.
that's going to be your ball game. So the Manhattanville Valiants, it's a fight to win the game, but they get it done. They win 74-70 and go to 1-0 on the season. They win the home opener, the season opener. St. Joseph falls to 0-1. Tim, that was a great fought-out game by Manhattanville.
And who, by far, do you think is going to be the MVP of this game? Because there's a lot of people you have to look at. Who was your bright eye of this game, Eli?
You know, Sean Smith definitely did it hustle-wise, but I'm going to have to go with Josiah Cobbs. Josiah Cobbs was the MVP of this game, in my opinion. Who do you have?
I actually seem to have Sean Smith off the bench. He served a great role, didn't miss a free throw, and really did his job. You know, Tucci, too, played great defense. Can't really rule him out. And how about Dom Marina coming out and scoring many points, just putting on a show. This Valiants team looked strong. Yeah, they had a hard finish, but just a great job.
So that's going to do it here. Go Valiants. coverage. I'm Eli Zaretsky alongside my partner Tim Moore. Valiants win this one 74-70 over the St. Joseph Golden Eagles.
We'll see you guys
Thanks for
Friday.
tuning in.